Go.
Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato. My cousin, Vinny the Viking, has a request on my behalf.
Thank you for watching the video. If you don't hit subscribe, I will come and pillage your village. Press the button. Press it now. Press it.
Meet P. Barnes, an auditing folk hero, a legend. This affable mountain of a man places fear in the hearts and souls of all auditors. They avoid his Kootenai First District Courthouse at all costs.
Ready? Ready. Take two.
Can you just put a mask on, please, before you come in?
No, thanks. We're not allowed to come through, so. We're not allowed to come through. Hey. Back up. Back up.
This is the all-too-typical stair standoff between two alpha males. P. Barnes' eyes are lasers. Well, can baseball cap guy withstand Barnes' glare? Who will blink first?
Step back.
Hey, Nick, I think you've made a record. Don't make the situation worse.
The buzzard sounds, game over. But wait, baseball cap guy wants to hold on what's left of his remaining testicle with round 2 of the dueling stare down. Only this time it's safely done at 10 paces, so how long will this one last?
Nick, I think it's clear they're not going to let you in. Why don't you and I go in the vestibule there and we can talk?
Okay.
A somewhat tentative member of the peanut gallery attempts to embarrass P. Barnes, but to no avail.
So no apologies for ignoring the Constitution, huh? Should be ashamed.
But we could see that P. Barnes isn't buying into any shame. He's standing there tall and proud. Let's find out a little bit about this legendary Haze first and ask questions later phenom. With this newspaper article which highlights Barnes, the person, and how he handled the YouTube notoriety of the tasing. And it talks about Barnes' pacification efforts. I don't think that's the right word, pacification efforts, but it says it's documented for posterity in a YouTube video by a man whose tilty demeanor seemed threatening to courthouse patrons. When bailiffs a few years ago prohibited Coeur d'Alene resident Robert Peterson, he's the villain in this. Peterson's a sovereign citizen, but they prevented him bringing his video camera into a courtroom where he was contesting a traffic ticket, just a traffic ticket. Peterson told P. Barnes to step aside, and the confrontation escalated.
I'm a man. I'm not subject to your jurisdiction, and the court has already confirmed that. I'm here for one purpose. All right.
You can submit or you can leave.
Well, I'll allow you to search, but, I mean...
That has to go through the x-ray machine if you want to come in this building.
What does?
That folder.
That's fine. I mean,
That's what we're
I'll
trying to
do
get
that,
you to do.
but you will be charged a bill. You will
That's
be
fine.
served a
You
bill.
Send me a bill.
All right. Can I have your name for the record, please?
And when you come through here, you will be patted down.
Will you state your name for the record, please?
Pete Barnes.
Pete Barnes, thank you.
Yes.
And you accept full commercial liability?
No, I accept nothing.
Memorable quotes by P. Barnes. I accept nothing.
No, I accept nothing.
He places his camera on the table, but retrieves it with every intention of turning it back on in the courtroom.
So there are no cameras in the courtroom.
Excuse me?
There are no cameras in the courtroom.
Yeah, there is.
No, you have to put that away.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Under what authority?
You have to have a court order from a judge before you can have a camera in the courtroom.
Okay, well, I'm going to capture
No, you can't.
this on video.
You got to turn it off.
It's for both of our protection.
Well, you have to turn it off.
No, thank you.
then you have to leave the courtroom.
No, thank you.
No, it's saying you can't have. You have to submit.
Yeah, but that's an administrative order. I'm not subject to that.
Yeah,
That's for persons.
Yeah,
I'm not a person.
shut the camera off now.
No, thank you. I do not consent to you touching me or seizing my property, so you need to
Shut
back
the
up.
camera off now.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
holding you accountable because you're about to overstep your bounds. That's what you're about to do. And I'm giving
outside.
you, no thank you.
Step
I will say
outside
right
now.
here, if you have anything to say to me, say it for the
Step
public record.
outside now.
No thank you.
We're not going to disturb the court. Step outside.
I'm not disturbing the court, you are. I'm not like everybody else here. I'm not a person. I'm a man, so I have rights.
T. Barnes has figured out how to deal with this non-man. He'll move everyone to a different courtroom and set up some choke points. Now we're getting to the good part.
Yeah, I'm going with everybody else, so I've got witnesses. Where are we going now?
Come on in, folks. Are you here for 8:30?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not starting up yet, but you can have a seat on the bench here if you're fine. If anyone could kind of sneak up and
I'm going to go in and speak with the prosecutor.
Excuse
me.
Camera.
Excuse me. You're blocking my freedom of movement.
I am.
All right? Well, P. Barnes, you just admitted to me that you're violating my rights.
No, I'm not. You can't come in with the camera.
Well, you're violating my rights. And this is also freedom of the press.
From behind you.
This is also freedom of the press. I mean, I don't know what the hell law book you're reading, man, but it doesn't apply to me.
You leave the camera with your mother outside the courtroom and you can come in.
You are not God. You have no jurisdiction over me.
God's not worried about cameras, sir. I am.
All right. Well, why are you worried about cameras? Because you want to do something
Against the
wrong?
rules.
Because you want to do something wrong? Because if it's against the rules, that means it's because somebody intends on wronging somebody else. Because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
Well, I mean, I don't have to go in because you can't even issue a warrant for me.
Might as well leave.
Well, no, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to speak with the
You
prosecutor.
can go in there without the camera.
Well, please step aside. I'm going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me
Step back.
and you're using...
Pete Barnes is a one-man quote machine. In the last 60 seconds prior to juicing Peterson, he got off 3 classic Pete Barnes lines. And when Peterson said, "You're not God, you have no jurisdiction over me," Pete Barnes replied.
God's not worried about cameras, sir.
And in response to Peterson's, "If it's against the rules, that means somebody intends on wronging somebody else," Barnes utters his Mount Rushmore line.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
And the profile article about Barnes ends in a 4th classic line. Pete Barnes talks about the qualities of a good bailiff. And he says, if there's an outstanding attribute bailiffs should possess, it's the quiet confidence and the poise required of people working in an emotional and often tense environment. And he concludes with, the best kind of bailiff, Barnes said, is seen and not heard. And so goes Pete Barnes. The John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and we don't ask for personal information. Semper Fidelis.